Welcome back. In this video, I want to show you something that you will do every time you perform a penetration test, and I want to show you how to manually search for vulnerabilities. And this is something that you will do a lot as a pen tester, and you will use this more than any other tools to be covered. So, what is manual vulnerability analysis? Manual vulnerability analysis is simply googling the vulnerabilities. For example, suppose we are attacking a target, and right here I just performed the version scan for the Metasploitable, and we got different ports open and different version of software. How do we know if they are vulnerable without using any tool? Well, what we can do is we can copy the name of the version that is running on open port and then go to the Google and just paste the name and add exploit. So what you can do is you can copy the version of the software right here, and I can copy it and go on to Google right here, paste the version and just add exploit at the end. And we can see that we got a lot of results with different links here, and you try to see what exploits you can find with that exact version software. So there is this SFTP version 2.3.4 backdoor command execution, which is the exact version that is running in our Metasploitable, and this module exploits a malicious backdoor that was added to the VSFTP. And let me go and click on this. So this is how you can find out your vulnerability here for this particular exploitation with the version 2.3.4 of the FTP, and we can see when it was disclosed or when it was created, and we can see the description. This module exploits a malicious backdoor that was added to the VSFTP archive. This backdoor was introduced into the VSFTP 2.3.2.4.gz archives between June 30th, 11 up to July. Don't worry, you can read this and try to find out. And the platform is using is Unix, and the architecture is CMD. We can also see the source code right here, so we can see the code right here, the way that we can try to exploit it with this code, and we can see that it's made with Python here. So let me get back to the website here, and we can also see the module options. These module options we are going to cover it in the next sections. So this is how you can try to find out your exploit by searching it on Google. From now on, this is the way you can find out how to exploit the target. You just go to different links and see whether someone already came up with the exploit for that specific version. And you would do this for any version that you would discover. For example, you can go ahead and open up your terminal here and copy this version. Don't forget to add the version number, and go ahead to your Google, paste it, and don't forget and add exploit. We can see here there are a lot of exploits found with that specific version. Let me check this website and try to see its exploits. Okay, this is all the result that we can come up with this particular version of software, which is the Apache. Here we can see the scores, and the higher the score, the stronger the vulnerability is. And we can see there is also the CVE number. Remember, I told you from the last video that this format is used for identification of vulnerability. And here, if I scroll all the way down, we can see all the vulnerabilities and the scores that are with this particular version, which is the Apache. And let me try to find the high score and see what exploits we can find out. We can see there is 9.8 here, 9.8, also another 9.8. As I said, the higher the score, the stronger the vulnerability. Most likely this means there is execution code or remote access to target. And if I open right here, try to see the details of that vulnerability, and the affected IPs are here, right here, which are the number the exploitable score is 10, and so on and so on. And this is what you would do most of your time researching vulnerabilities, and you can search the vulnerability and exploit the target by manually searching it in Google. Another thing that you can do is you can use a tool inside of Kali Linux, which is called searchsploit. So if I go ahead, first let me clear this to see it better. So if I type searchsploit -h, search searchsploit -h, it will give me the help menu of the searchsploit. So basically how it works is simply takes the input of the version of software and it searches through the Kali Linux database through all of the exploits that Kali Linux has, and it tries to find an exploit that will work for that specific version. So let me scroll the way up here, and we can see here some of the usage examples, but we don't need to perform these complicated commands. All we can do is copy the name of the version and search it with searchsploit. So let me try to copy this version, which is the Unreal IRC. So let me clear this first. So to search it for the vulnerability with this tool, just type searchsploit and then the version of software, which is the Unreal IRC, and if I type enter here, it will tell us there are already exploits found here, which is the Unreal IRC with its versions, and if it found 4 exploits, which is the backdoor command execution and local configure stack overflow, remote downloader, and remote denial of server, which is the DOS attack. And on the right side we got the paths to these exploits. Right here under the Linux remote we got the name 16922.rb, and simply this RBE stands for Ruby language. This tells us that it's coded in Ruby programming language. And we can see there are Linux remote, Windows, Linux, and Windows. But what is important to us is the Linux, since our Metasploit is running on Linux. So let's try to navigate here and how we can find this exploit. You can copy the name of exploit right here and use the locate command and paste it right here. And if I press enter here, this is where the exploit is found. It's found in this directory. So if I navigate to this directory here and type cd, which is change directory, and paste the path here, I'm here in the directory, and I will open the file with a text editor, and I'm going to choose Vim, and this tells us the Unreal IRC has a backdoor execution, and this will open an exploit that we use to attack Unreal IRC on open port. As we can see, it also tells us that there is a backdoor program, and this file is part of the Metasploit framework. And Metasploit framework is one of the biggest tools that we are going to cover in the upcoming section, and we'll cover the basic of it, and we also cover how we can run exploits and attack different machines using this Metasploit framework. So let me exit from this. Okay, cool. The last tool that we are going to cover for vulnerability analysis is going to be Nessus, which we will see in the next part, and that tool is huge and you will use it a lot in your vulnerability analysis. So see you there.